What's the best transportation here in China? Well, I'm here in Tianjin, and I'm gonna tell you four different ways of getting around. We're gonna go by taxi, Didi, also subway, on the mobike, and taking the bus. If you don't know me, my name is Kwadwo. I'm creator here at Elementary Chinese, where I help you learn the everyday Chinese you need to get what you want. If you haven't seen me before, consider subscribing if you like this content. Let's get started. If you have a job and you live in China, you're busy, you just need the Chinese that works so you can get the stuff you want day to day. Check out my new course, SpeakEverydayChinese.com. It's there to save you time. So the thing about mobike is it's pretty convenient. Like, there's an app. So you open up the app and you can find a bike. It shows you the bikes that are close to you and you just go and you scan one. Oh, and it's almost like here in China, they're coming out with a new mobike model once a year. So it's 1 kwai to ride this thing around town for like 30 minutes. I almost forgot to tell you this video is sponsored by the good folks over at China Matters, because China's the future.
You should go to China. I'm going to France. I'm from the future. You should go to China.
If you want to see more about their channel, find that link in the descriptions below, and thank you guys. Also, these bikes are really good if it's rush hour, because you're not going to take a cab or a Didi and take like 40 minutes to go 2 miles when you can hop on one of these babies and get there in 10 minutes. Let's not forget the exercise factor. I mean, look at these calves. I've been riding bikes, you can tell, right? Oh, okay, maybe not. Well, here's the thing. I've never actually taken the subway in Tianjin. You're not gonna take the subway if you have to go like, say, 10 minutes away, but if you need to go across the city, see, taking the subway is way easier than taking a cab, especially rush hour. Plus, it's hot out there or cold, and you're not gonna bike for like 40 minutes when you could go underground. But I have taken the subway in Beijing. In Beijing, it usually costs like 4 kwai to go, say, 5 or 8 stops. If I go further, it might cost 5 to 6 kwai. Not too bad. Usually when I make these videos or I'm collabing on Saturday, how do you like those Saturday lives? Leave a comment if you like it when I do those collabs on Saturday. Usually when I collab on Saturday, I take the subway from Beijing South Station all the way up to Sanlituan at Tuanjiehu stop. That costs 5 kwai, and it takes about 45 minutes with one exchange. Subways are good for going around the city. 4 kwai is not that bad, and if you can't speak Chinese, then you can hit the English sign. It does not like my money. Only 2 kwai. It's not too bad. But will it take my money this time? Here we go again. Apparently you have to have the exact change. 2 bills. Let's see if it works out. Are we good? Yes, we are good. All right. It's a ticket. Okay, so the interesting thing is, look how nice these signs are. You can tell when the next subway is coming. That makes me feel at rest because I know how many more minutes I gotta wait. So the interesting thing is there's like nobody here. So the guy outside, he wouldn't let us record. That's why we're sneaking inside of the subway. The word for subway is 地铁, and the word for mobike is mobile. It sounds kind of like mobile, like mobile. If you want to know how to say, I want to take the subway, it's 我要坐地铁. 我要坐地铁. If you look up here, this word is 出口, right? So when you take a taxi upstairs, you gotta tell them, are you at the A 出口, which is exit, or the D 出口? Because they might ask you, or you might have to direct them to you because they went to the wrong place. Remember that. Subway over. My gosh. Okay, so the taxi is a lot better than a bike if you gotta go far and you don't want to take the subway or the bus because it's quick, and taking a cab or even a Didi here in China is super convenient. You just need the app Didi Chuxing. It's on your phone. You can get it from any app store, Android or Apple. And once you have that app, you just open it and you type in your destination. It's in English, it's in Chinese. You can choose a taxi in the app. You can choose a Didi in the app. Didis are a little cheaper than taxis. Taxis are affordable, a lot cheaper than in the US and most countries in Europe. make sure they start the meter, okay? Because if they don't start the meter, you don't know how much you have to pay, but we paid inside the DD app, so really, they're gonna start the meter, and it's all automatic, and you can pay on your phone when you are about to get out of the cab. And even if you don't pay in the cab, the app will force you to pay once you get out of the cab. It's ultra convenient, and it's all done right here. If you got in a cab and you didn't use the DD app, you just flagged the cab down on the street, they have QR codes that you can scan with your phone. All you do is open up WeChat on your phone and then open up the scanner and scan the QR code and then type in however much the taxi cab driver told you to pay. If you can't count yet, I got a video for counting, all right? Click or tap the screen in like the top corner in one of those spots. Okay, so the bus is cheaper than a taxi, it takes slower than a subway. 多少钱? 2块. I only have 1 块. Do I have change? Don't just take money on the bus, get a bus card if you can, because having the right change is pretty difficult. This bus driver was really nice, he let me put in 1 kwai, but if you had a card, you could just swipe it right here and everything would be all right. This one isn't too full, but usually around rush hour they can be cramped. If possible, take a subway. Though the bus is cheaper than a taxi, it's about the same price as a subway. I'm not worried about 2 kwai, I'm gonna take the subway. The good thing about a bus is, I don't actually know. I prefer mobike or a subway or a taxi to a bus. But the buses are clean, they're fine to ride, the people are friendly. Maybe you can practice some Chinese? I think it's almost time to get off, isn't it? The sign tells you where to get off. Here's the one bad thing about taking the bus is, can you read that? Because if you can't, then you're gonna have to ask your co-workers or somebody at your school how to get to where you're going. You gotta read the characters to where you're going. It's a little difficult. Question of the day. What mode of transportation do you like to use the most? Leave a question or any other question below and I'll answer it, I promise. If you want to see how I pass the HSK and how you can too, click or tap the screen up there. If you want another video from elementary Chinese, click or tap the screen down there. Like this video if it was good for you. This is Kwadwo, elementary Chinese. Good study. Day up.